הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom. And welcome to Temple Emanu-El on this beautiful Shabbat day, or evening. Feels like it's still day. Out there it is. And we're actually having a very special Shabbat because we're going to celebrate Levi's bar mitzvah that will be actually in about 3 weeks in Toronto. But he's one of our students, and he's been in our B'nai Mitzvah class the whole year, so we're very excited to celebrate him on this evening. He's going to share some words about his Torah portion, and it's great because it's like it's actually connected to this week's Torah portion, so it's like you're getting this week's Torah portion, but even better, because then you have a preview of one in 3 weeks from now as well. So it's fantastic. So I'd like to invite Levi forward to light the Shabbat candles. And Levi, why don't you bring your brother and your parents with you? Yeah.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give the light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
And now that we welcome Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Maybe introduce yourself to someone you don't know and wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Go ahead with that.
No, I want my phone.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We continue with Baruch Hu. I invite you to please rise if you are able. Please be seated. We join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim, uvituna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakir, kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, kolel or mipnei choshech, וחושך מפני אור, Uma'avir yom mevi laila, uma'avdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo, elachai v'kayam tamid imlo chalenu leolam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Together, wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and grows. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch ata Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. I invite us all to take a deep breath in, breathing out. One more deep cleansing breath in. Exhaling out all the mishagas of this week. Lots of mishagas.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
We continue with Ve'ahavta, led by our bar mitzvah, Levi, the one and only Levi Greenwood. And I just want to point out that all the men of the family wearing their green ties. And you have your green socks also, bro? Okay, good. And green socks, so very nice. So we're really leaning in to the green part of the Greenwood, right? We're proud, as we should be. Oh, you said cute. Okay, go ahead.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meotecha vechayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom olevavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha uvlektecha v'derech uvshokbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'chayu latotafot beinenecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hiatem kiddushim lelochechem ani Adonai Elochechem asher hotzeiti etchem mitzrayim v'hiot lechem lelochim Ani Adonai Elochechem. All right, and now. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elochechem Emet.
We worship the power that unites all the universe into one great harmony. That oneness, however, is not yet. We see imperfection, disorder, and evil all about us. But before our eyes is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. These two we have known in some measure. There's evil enough to break the heart, good enough to exalt the soul. Our people has experienced untold suffering and wondrous redemptions. We await a redemption more lasting and more splendid than any of the past. We continue responsively. When will redemption come? When we look upon others as we'd have them look upon us. Once we were in bondage, then we were free. In this first liberation, our people saw revealed the power of the Most High. They perceived that God's presence redeems time and event from the hands of tyrants. We too acclaim the power that makes for freedom. We sing the song that celebrates our deliverance from Egypt and all bondage as we continue with Michamocha.
Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba ba bim bum. Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba bim bum. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim bum. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim bum. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Kamocha nedar v'kodesh norati lo dosefele norati lo dosefele ma'alechutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'li'anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba bim bum. Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba bim bum. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim bum. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim bum. Ve'nemar כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over Jerusalem and all the world.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai. Et ha-shamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat.
We continue with the central portion of our worship with our tefillah. I invite you to please rise if you are able.
Adonai Sephotai Tifta Ufia Gita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Hastei Avot, V'imachot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Megain Avraham ve'Ezra Tzara. Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lo Shia, Moridin Hatal, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Baal Givurot, Umidomela, Melech Memit Umekayem ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אבות.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated.
We join together. God, help us to make this new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the work you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. Ki atah hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atah hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom tasim leolam. That sense of peace, that sense of shalom, we take just a few moments of silent prayer for whatever prayers are left on our minds and in our hearts this Shabbat evening as we pause in silent reflection. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי וגואלי.
We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. On this Shabbat, we think of Pam Axelrod, Ira Berkowitz, Nava Brenner, Carol Brindell, Francie Brown, Betsy Hammer-Carr, Shelley Carter, Alan Dover, Toby Ellman, Marcia Garcia, Erica Gardner, Jerry Gassman, Rachel Goldman, Olivia Hand, Avram Harris, Lewis Harris, Jim Hubert, Arlene Humphrey, Edna Hyatt, Sharon Jackson, Rolando Johnson, Alexa Kaskowitz, Louis Kaskowitz, Steve Ladowitz, Elizabeth Ledwitz, Carol Lerner, Amanda Lopez, Bobby Lotman, Maureen McIntyre, Scott Morgan, Barbara Morse, Sarah Oser, Mike Pedro, Barry Pinsley, Ann Port, Sherry Perzant, Stephanie Rasmussen, Harriet Saltzman, Laura Sanders, Norman Schoenfeld, Margie Stein, Donna Thyman, Grayson Tillman, Donald Wanamaker, Judy Weinstein, Rabbi Andrea Weiss, Kurt Willis Sr., Sue Witten, Orrin Wood. If you wish to add another name to our healing list, I invite you to raise your hand. Thanks, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We wish upon all those we mentioned and those who remain unnamed, refuah shlema, a speedy and complete recovery, as we join together praying for their better health with Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
right. So let me set this up. Come on up. So Levi became bar mitzvah when he turned 13, which is several months ago, first of all. I don't know if you knew that, guys, in the B'nai Mitzvah class, because you're already in the pipeline. But actually, you become bar mitzvah at 13, regardless if you do a service or not. You become bar mitzvah. And that gives him the honor of wearing the talit, which he has every right to wear right now because he is a bar mitzvah already heading into this moment. And in 3 weeks, he will go to Toronto, where the family is basically from, where his cousin will have her bat mitzvah, and they're going to do it together. Isn't that cool? So it's been really neat. He's been getting to work with 2 different clergy teams. And let me just tell you, it takes a very special human being to deal with not 1, not 2, but 4 different clergy people. 2 in California and 2 in Canada. But if you know Levi, you would know that that's who he is. He's an incredibly special person. And I have to just say I'm very excited that he's doing this with us here this evening, because Ken and I actually were feeling a sense of loss not being able to be at your bar mitzvah, because we just adore him so much. So with that set up, buddy, now it's time to do your Devar Torah, and then Ken and I will have some words to share with you, okay?
My Torah portion is Parshat Naso, which I'll also be reading at my bar mitzvah in 3 weeks, like Rabbi said. The portion is in the book of Numbers and talks about the second census of the 3 Levite tribes. My portion starts out with the first Nasi, or man to come and give an offering to God at the tabernacle. The tabernacle is like a movable temple. The first person to come to the tabernacle and make an offering was Nachshon ben Aminadav. The Torah says specifically what he should bring as an offering and the weight of the various items, such as a silver dish weighing the same as 130 shekels, which are coins. Or another example is specifically how many rams, bullocks, or yearling lambs Nachshon should bring as a burnt offering. The book of Numbers is not only called that because of the censuses that took place, but also the specific, almost boring enumeration of what Nachshon had to do. After that, still within my portion, it lists the same offering by Nathanael, son of Zuar, describing how his dish also weighed 130 shekels. And after, outside my reading, the Torah continues to list off the next 10 tribes, 35 numbered offerings. All of these relate because they are the tedious yet important details of people in this portion. This probably isn't very exciting, but there's a point, and that is that the repetition and counting involved in korbanot, or sacrifices, shows how important they are, whether it's for the enjoyment or because it's the responsible thing to do. The way I can relate to this is through the repetition of things I do every week or every day. My art class is an example of this. Every week I get better through practicing and perfecting my drawing and painting. I do this because I enjoy it, not because I feel like I need to. I repeat it every week because I want to get better at it. Whereas things that I do more often, like walking the dog, taking out the garbage, or just brushing my teeth in the morning, are not things I necessarily get super excited about, but things that I do because it's responsible, or for brushing my teeth, I need to. Hockey is another example of something that can be repetitive and difficult, but rewarding in the end. At times, hockey is very difficult, and I can easily become frustrated when I don't see myself improving. The reason I pursue this sport is because whether or not me and my team are winning all of our games, I enjoy spending time with my teammates on and off the ice. I have the determination to work past my mistakes and work towards being drafted into higher level hockey. I have connected this to me, but you still may be wondering how I can connect this to our world today or how it relates to you. Some things that might be repetitive for you if you're a kid like me are the math problems you have to solve every day at school and the homework you get that can become boring. But you do these things because you have to, but also hopefully you notice that the work you put in will help you to have a successful adult career and a well-paying job when you're older. If you're not a kid like me and you're an adult, like my mom and dad, some things that you may have to do every day or every week are going to work or making dinner. Just like doing your homework, there's a reward, and that is feeding your children every day so they grow up big and strong, and going to work every day to provide for your family. All of these things you do because of the importance of repetition, whether it's for fun or because it's your responsibility, like how it was the Levites' job to move the tabernacle. My Torah portion has hopefully shown you that the commitment to something through the routines we follow for happiness through success or responsibility is to contribute to becoming the kind of person you want to be. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah. Wow. You know, it's interesting because often when we speak from the Bima, we don't always practice what we preach, and we really should. You practice what you just preached. Kenner, you can join us, Kenner. Why don't you come join us? Well, actually, one thing I wanted to say, so you must have seen it. That was great. But I think what's so important is we never begged you to study. It was like you really took this seriously, right? At home, you guys didn't nudge him. You didn't need to nudge him at all. You just took this seriously. Now, that's part of the power of being the third youngest in your family, because the third boy in the family is usually the most magnificent person in a family. Thank you, right? Or the fourth. Or the fourth, third or fourth. Parents lose count anyway. It's like a litter when you have four. But I have to say that what's interesting about watching you work is that you're just steady Eddie, man. You just plug along and you do it. And there's not a lot of highs and not a lot of lows. You just do it. And when you have a question, which you have really good questions, you ask us. And I have to say, you were practicing like an adult would practice. That's you. Again, being the third youngest in the family, just saying. Helps that maybe. But I think more importantly, it's really who you are, Levi. You really are a mensch of a person. But you're someone who takes what you do very seriously. So I really appreciate that you're doing art, you take it seriously. You've been playing hockey for a while, you take it very seriously. It's a super hard sport, actually. But you take it seriously. But I also love what you said. It wasn't just about the accomplishment. It's actually about being in community, being with our buds. And that's also something I've noticed with you. You're a very social person. You really like being with people. And you're really good with people. You have this power with people, actually. And I think part of it is just who you are, Levi, but part of it is you are a mensch. And I have to say, having you in class this year for Cantor and I has been fabulous. Not just working with you and preparing for bar mitzvah, that's part of it, but just having you in class, hearing your comments, your thoughts about the subjects that we had every Wednesday. You are such a thoughtful dude in so many ways. And you're a caring person, you're compassionate. What else do you think, Cantor? What do you think?
Oh, so many things. I feel really privileged to have been able to work with you for this process, even though you're not going to have your service here. But I felt a connection with you, and it's for a lot of the reasons that Rabbi already said. I really appreciated in our time together. You would ask really good questions about your Torah, about what we were studying, about what we were doing, the different practices that we needed to do, but also because you have the best Torah portion there ever is.
I wonder why Cantor's saying that. I wonder why.
I'm a little partial to not so myself, coming up on a number of years ago next week for me.
It's all relative.
And I have to say, what cracked me up about your speech is that I also, as a 13-year-old bat mitzvah, alluded to the boring nature of this Torah portion. So, feel a little connection there. It's a little tedious. It's a little boring. But so necessary for all the reasons that you said. And I love that you were able to find that connection to it and something that really spoke to you. I don't think it was disingenuous at all, what you were saying. Kind of a stretch to find something in this portion, but you did. And it was really you. And that's just how it's been working with you this whole time. You're very transparent and real.
Super real.
And we really appreciate that about you.
Love that.
Yeah.
I also think that in terms of what you said with this portion, what makes it important, I think also, is that as much as we don't like getting bogged down in the details, that's where the work, the magic happens, is in the details. But here's the thing. We can't get bogged down in the details. Even if we have to be focused on the details, we can't make it about the details. It has to be about the larger thing in the end also. So life is that balance. It really is. Now, we're going to give you some gifts that we normally would do at your bar mitzvah because we feel like you've earned them. So you may get some double gifts from the other synagogue too. But, Levi, you deserve that. Like I said, dealing with 4 clergy is a lot.
Never have too many Kiddush cups,
That's right. You can't have too many Kiddush cups, is right. So first of all, I want to give you what I think is one of the coolest gifts, and that's on the doorpost of your house. This is a book that the Board of Trustees gives to every bar bat b'nai mitzvah. And I just think it's fantastic because in here are prayers, rituals, you name it, it's in here. You can have a whole service. It's right here because this is all the makings of a Jewish home that you get to create when you go off after high school. Here it is, candlestick holder from the sisterhood, another Kiddush cup, this one from the brotherhood. And then we also have for you a 1-year membership to the local Jewish Community Center in Los Gatos, as well as from the Reform Movement, $3,250 towards a trip to Israel. Isn't that cool? And that's real. By the way, it's retroactive for anyone that's become bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, b mitzvah in the last 10 years. So all of this is really the makings of a Jewish home, but I have to say how much we adore you and love you and looking forward towards confirmation in the next 3 years. I hope you're going to hang with us and move towards that because hockey and confirmation work so well together. It is remarkable.
Coordinated around
It really is. So this is what we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to invite your parents to come on up with your brother. I want you to come up and join us. But ask the congregation to please rise. Let's go to the ark. So we're going to invite everyone to raise their hands as we have the honor of blessing you. So you have members of your family, members of your community, your friends, and Temple Emanu-El friends as well that are all here. And all of us are just so proud of you, Levi. We really are. And we're going to be with you in Toronto. You're going to feel our energy, bud. All right.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and may God keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's radiance shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
And may God always be a source of strength, of wholeness, completeness, and peace in your life, as we all say together. Amen.
From your Torah portion, those words are from us.
Literally from this parsha.
The one redeeming part.
Please be seated.
Hang on, you'll get your turn. Doran is going to make some comments now, but I have some remarks as well. But in order to keep tonight's proceedings expeditious, I'm going to reserve my comments until the bar mitzvah in Toronto. But before I hand the microphone over to you, some of you don't know, I call Levi Lubin sometimes, so I'll just say, Lubin, we're very proud of you. Great job. And I also want to say thank you to you, Doran. You have made all of this possible. In fact, you make all this possible as well. And I was trying to come up with something that I could say, and the best I could come up with is something that I found. By choosing to love me, you have conferred upon me a value, and it is a currency I do not know how to spend.
So thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate Levi's bar mitzvah with us. And thank you so much to Rabbi Magat and to Cantor Shafritz for all that you have done to prepare Levi for this moment. We chose a rather unusual way to mark this milestone. Today's celebration, as you heard, is one of two simchas. one that we can celebrate with our friends and family here in San Jose, and then the other, as Levi mentioned, we'll mark in 3 weeks with our friends and family in Toronto. As many of you know, San Jose has been our adopted home for the last 7 years. We've found friends and community, mostly through our children's activities, hockey, water polo, religious school, and temple. If any of you have ever moved from one country to another, you know that finding community and feeling a sense of belonging is very important. Tonight's Shabbat service is not only about celebrating Levi's accomplishments as a bar mitzvah, it's also about celebrating our community. We live in a city with a relatively small Jewish community, and sometimes that can be tough, especially when you come from a city like Toronto that has a very large Jewish community. I'm happy that Levi has found a community here at Temple Emanu-El. That became apparent this past school year, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. That became apparent this past school year when I saw Levi's enthusiasm for his weekly B'nai Mitzvah classes with Rabbi Magat. He looked forward to the lively discussions with his classmates, and when I asked him why he liked it so much, he said, "Because everyone has an opportunity to speak and everyone else listens respectfully. And that, to me, is community." Levi has also found community among his classmates. It starts each weekday morning with the sound of boys shouting Levi's name from the street. Then we see them, the biker gang. Levi hops on his bike each morning and joins the biker gang as they set off for school. And we can't forget about Levi's hockey tribe. He has been with the same team and teammates for the last 4 years, where he has formed close bonds, shared wonderful experiences, and made memories, traveling to tournaments and winning championships. Dave and I are incredibly proud of Levi's accomplishments and are constantly astonished by his talents, his wisdom, and his empathy. He's our youngest of 3 boys, and even though we've been here before, we are amazed at how quickly time flies, watching our son change before our eyes and grow from a boy into a young man. Levi, mazel tov on your bar mitzvah. We are incredibly proud of who you are as a person and all that you have accomplished. We look forward to seeing what the future holds for you.
Take your stuff and you can go sit with your family now. You're free until Kiddush. Then. You can leave that there. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of tough to follow. That was very cool. It's like a mini bar mitzvah. Very, very cool. Mazel tov. Shabbat shalom. My name is Dan Rose, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our Erev Shabbat service, led by Rabbi Magat and Cantor Shafritz. After the service, we invite you to the Temple House for Kiddush, Hamotzi, and Oneg. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by Dr. Gary Gold in memory of his mother, Rita Lauren, and David and Doran Greenwood in honor of the upcoming bar mitzvah of their son Levi. Mazel tov to David and Doran on Levi's upcoming bar mitzvah, which will take place, as we've heard, with his cousin in Toronto. Very cool. Check out the Shabbat handout for our upcoming events, and especially note our Teamies annual meeting coming up on June 1st, which will include recognition of our amazing volunteers and our end-of-the-year wrap-up video, not to be missed. Voting information was sent out this week. Next Friday, we hope that you'll join us on Zoom for Shabbat at Home at 6:15, and then in person for our Kabbalat Shabbat service on May 30th, as our sisterhood takes the bima, also at 6:15. Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with Elenu. Please rise if you are able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
It is our minhag, our custom at Emanu-El, upon hearing the name of your loved one before Kaddish, to stand as a sign of love and grief for that person if you choose to, and to remain standing till all the names on our yahrzeit list have been recited. Then together we will all rise. On this Shabbat, we think of those that are grieving the Shiva, the first week of mourning for the following Israelis that lost their lives. Sergeant Yam Fried, 21 years old. Sergeant Ishai Erbach, 20 years old. We also think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, for Alfredo Arroyo, as well as those that are grieving the Shana, the first year mourning for Jeff Andre, Cindy Bartels, Mort Berlant, Sally Kyle Berlant, Dr. Sheldon Berlant, Ariel Kafir and Shiri Bibas, Ben Bloom, Dr. Howard Bloom, Pauline Bronstein, William Braden Butler, President Jimmy Carter, Ray Carter, Leti Day, Janice Decker, Sandy Epstein, Josephina Garcia, David Gordon, Janet Groden, Joseph Groden, Stanley Gross, Shmuel Guerra, Mickey Holloway, Barbara Hines, Debbie Hetler, Mimi Jones, Joy Kaiser, Herbert Klein, Dan Lee, Lois Lieberman, Harold Makoff, Sherry Mates, Joey McKay, Lorraine Mellon, Seth Mitchner, David Moore, Socorro Perez, Nicholas Ramos, Sally Ravel, Ethel Ress, Florence Rigby, Joe Riggio, Linda Rogers, Richard Rusnak, Susan Russo, Joanne Rutherford, Sandra Sachs, Kendra Soberman, Norma Slavett, Rabbi John Stein, Marty Stein, Don Surath, Betty Stewart, Mickey Stewart, Bridget Taylor, Concepcion Sanchez Valente, Shirley Wiesner, Jack Stewart Weisberger, Stacy Lynn Wolf. We also think of the following yahrzeits to observe on this Shabbat as we think of Irving Altman, Gertrude Altman, Morris Atlas, Claire Bassist, Marcus Joel Bernstein, Juliet Roy Bloom, Max Boxer, Ruth Bryman, Victor Donath, Edith Donath, Marilyn Feinstein, Jacob Feldman, Lena Feldman, Abraham Friedman, Herman Greenberg, Rebecca Greenberg, Albert Cadis, Samuel Kahn, Martin Kirschenbaum, Eddie Coppell, Ina Gorek, Louis Levin, David Levine, Nathan Lewis, Florence Ligbig, Frederick Lissack, Rita Lauren, Jack McKay, Kate Maimon, Gary Melman, John Meyer, Morris Milgram, Jean Modiano, Solly Orloff, Nathan Pollock, Sheldon Prezant, Anthony Rose, Burton Rubenstein, Solomon Sahim, Gilbert Senega-Galia, Albert I. Silver, Max Siemens, Francis Singer, Molly Sokolov, Harriet Weintraub, Joseph Woron, Laura Zollers. Zichronam livracha, may all the memories of our loved ones endure as a blessing as we now all rise to recite together our mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועלמא דברה חירותי והמליך מלכותי, וחי אחון אביום אחון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעולם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו והכל ישראל והכל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated.
עושה שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Oh, say shalom. Bimromav. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Shabbat Shalom. We'll meet you in the Temple House for Kiddush and Motzi.